us to do. Time is limited. I'll conclude by giving myself and you 5 specific points that we can benefit from. How can we raise the bar? How can we energize our vision? How can we put for ourselves a goal that is higher than mediocrity? Number one, brothers and sisters, knowledge. Knowledge raises the bar like nothing else. Knowing your religion, knowing the benefits of knowing your religion, understanding the Quran and the Sunnah, knowing how much Allah praises those who have done any good, whether it's charity, whether it's sadaqah, whether it's ilm, whether it's scholarship. When you know all of these blessings, automatically the bar will be raised. And I have spoken about the blessings of knowledge many different times. You can find this on YouTube and articles that is written about the blessings of learning and the blessings of knowledge. Number 2, always look at those who are above you and not at those who are below you. Our Prophet ﷺ said, when it comes to matters of the Deen, look at those who are above you. When it comes to matters of the Deen, look at those who are above you and see where you are. You're nowhere. And when it comes to matters of the dunya, then look at those who are below you and be thankful for where you are. Look at the big difference in mentality. And wallahi, brothers and sisters, we all do the opposite. Most of us do the opposite. When somebody points out a sin that I do, shaitan will come and say, well, at least I don't do the sins of so-and-so. Subhanallah, that's my standard? Well, at least I don't drink alcohol like so-and-so drinks. Subhanallah, that's what you're thinking about? And when it comes to this dunya, as I said, we're monitoring, we're digesting the standards that other people are living. And then we feel, oh, you know, our neighbor's grass is greener. I should do something about my lawn. Should hire some, literally, my neighbor's grass is greener, we want to do something. Make my house look better. Oh, my friend is driving this car. It's time for me to get a new car too. Look, who are we looking at? Those who are above us in the dunya. And the Prophet said, no. Look to those who are below you in the dunya. Then you thank Allah. I'm eating 3 meals a day. 65% of the world does not eat 3 meals a day. Alhamdulillah for that. I have clean water to drink. 70% of the world's children do not have access to clean water. And me and you, we don't even know what is dirty water. We don't even know. Because we turn the tap on and we get clean water from there, anywhere in this country. We don't even register in our heads that the majority of the world's population doesn't even have access to that. So if we think of this, all of a sudden we're happy at whatever car we drive, at whatever house we live in, alhamdulillah. Now we look at the Deen. You know, my friend, he went so far even though we were together in high school, now look at where he is. You know, so-and-so, he wasn't that practicing, but now I see him, mashallah, praying in the masjid 5 times a day. Why can't I be like that? We take as role models those who are higher than us in the matters of the Deen. And that's exactly what the Prophet ﷺ said. And this is one of the ways of raising the bar. Number 3, companionship. Companionship. Hang around the right crowd. Hang around the right crowd. And if people are pulling you back, cut them off. Because you only have one life to live. And you can't waste it on the naysayers. You can't waste it on the critics. You can't waste it on those who keep on dreading and glooming. Ibn Abbas radiallahu anh, the famous Ibn Abbas, he told us that when I was a young man and the Prophet ﷺ died, the Prophet ﷺ died and he was 13 years old. He was 13 years old and the Prophet ﷺ passed away. He said to his friend that he would play with, he said to his friend, Ta'al halumma, come, let's go. Let's go study with the Sahaba of the Prophet ﷺ so we can get knowledge. His friend scoffed at him and he said, who do you think you are? Do you think anybody's going to come to you to seek knowledge when we have Abu Bakr and Umar, when we have Ibn Mas'ud and Abu Hurairah? You're just a kid. 13 years old, he was just a kid. What did Ibn Abbas say? فَتَرَكْتُهُ, I cut him off. Khalas, let him go. فَتَرَكْتُهُ وَأَقْبَلْتُ, and I started studying with the Sahaba. And I would wait outside their houses just to ask one question in the desert heat, waiting for them to come out. And I would go and service them so that I have the opportunity to get question after question. Until slowly but surely, Abu Bakr died, and Umar died, and Ibn Mas'ud died, and Abu Hurairah died. And Ibn Abbas was only 13. By the time he became 40, 50, all of those Sahaba were gone. And so the whole world traveled to come and study with him. Companionship. Companionship. If you're going to hang around mediocrity, don't be surprised if you're happy with mediocrity. Aim for the highest and be with those who have higher goals and aspirations than you. So number one, knowledge. Number two, always look to those above you when it comes to the deen. Number three, hang around the right crowd. Number four, think constantly of your legacy. Or to be even more precise, of your death and my death. Think of, what am I going to leave? Think of how many billions of people have gone before you. And what have they left for the world? Wallahi, what have they left for their own families? Maybe even their great-grandchildren don't even know their names. Think of your own ancestors, your great-great-grandfather, great-great-grandmothers. May Allah have mercy on all of them. But what if they haven't done something great? Do you just want to be like them? Do you just want to move on without having accomplished something for this world and the next? Are you satisfied with mediocrity? And so think, when I go from this world, will anybody ever remember me? Ever miss me? Will Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have, or will I have something to show Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Or will I just be one other statistic? So think of one's legacy, because this is the reality of one's life. And death is inevitable. And our lives, Allah knows when they will be cut off. And the final point, and the most important point, dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Always dua to Allah. Dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepts whatever you do and gives barakah in whatever you do. And that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala causes you to rise up in whatever you do. Make dua to Allah, have that link with Allah. Because if you don't have that link with Allah, then nothing can be accomplished. I conclude by quoting you one benefit that one of my teachers gave to us when I was a student back in Medina.